Hello again everyone, and welcome back again for another video. I'm waiting on some memory to come in for a PC build, so I figured in the meantime we can do another laptop that I want to talk about. This one, of course, is not a gaming laptop like the other couple ones that I shown were. This one is an iProda Yoga. What was the model on it? Let me look real quick. It is the M1169YM. This is got a little 11.6 inch screen on it. A little dirty there. Cute little laptop. But let's check out the sides here and see what it's got going on. You got a little headphone jack there, volume control here, power button there. Here's a little speaker on this side, little speaker on that side, a little micro SD slot right here, a micro USB slot here, a micro HDMI slot for your video output, and a USB type C. So not much on there. There's no USB A on there or nothing like that. Now, on a laptop like this, you'll want to run something like this on there, and this is actually what I'm using. This is a SMAZE, I guess we'll call it, type little adapter here, and I'm actually using the micro USB one on this one. The reason is that I tested this with a USB-C type in here, with one of these type of adapters. Where did I put it? Over here, around here somewhere. This it, yeah. I tried it with this one and it works just fine. This one, of course, has got 3 USB-C ports on it and some ports for a card reader. I plugged it in there. That way I got my keyboard working. It worked just fine. The only trouble is that while that's plugged in, it doesn't charge. Same thing with this one. This one's really nice. This has got a burner on it that also has a couple USB ports in the back and a couple slots right here. This also runs on USB-C, but again, the problem that I had was that it would not charge if that's plugged in. Otherwise, they work just fine. So here's our default power. We'll go ahead and plug that in. Like I said, I use this one because it has a micro USB end on it, and we'll plug that in right here, and that's going to allow me to use my KVM switch, my keyboard, and my mouse. And it also has an extra USB port if I want. And also, in addition to that, it's got a network adapter on here, so I can actually plug my network in just like that. Okay, and then on my capture card, I had to kind of jerry-rig all this to make this all work. Where'd my capture card go? Here we go. I got the little micro adapter on there on HDMI set onto my capture card, so I can actually capture this on my OBS software. But tell you what we'll do here before we get into that. We're going to take this. Let me log out of it real fast. Shut it down. So you can see the boot time on this. Now, I did change out the stock eMMC that's in here. Well, it's soldered in there. The eMMC is soldered in here, so it's not removable, but you can add a SATA 2242 drive in there. And that made a hell of a difference in the boot time. Let me show you the boot time on this. Let me get position there, and we'll boot it real fast. See how long that takes. Well, I guess it's not going to show on this portion of the screen here because it's actually up on the OBS. We'll get to that in a second here. You'll see it here once both of the monitors kick in and it powers on. There we go. There we go. So it's a little slow on the boot. We'll get into that here in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the boot on this. So there's the boot. Let me go ahead and switch this to the OBS, and we'll switch to this screen, and let's take a look at this. Okay, now that we got it onto the OBS screen here, we can take a look at what I'm seeing over here on the little monitor. Let me switch my KVM real fast. There we go. That way I can run it with my regular keyboard and mouse. I don't like using these little pads. Didn't really care for the keyboard on this too much. It's a little small for me. I guess in a pickle it's fine, but I kind of prefer my larger one. Same thing with touchpads. I cannot stand touchpads. I don't care what it is. Yeah, got to have a mouse. So we got a mouse going on here. First thing we'll get into here is the specs on this. We'll go to the task manager here real quick and go up and under performance. You can see what we got. We got an Intel Celeron N4100 CPU, quad core CPU. Memory, we've got 4 gigs of memory. SSD 0, this would be the one that I put in here, which is the Dogfish 256 gig SATA 2242 drive. SD is actually the eMMC drive, which comes soldered onto this right here. Graphics, we got the Intel UHD 600 graphics. Now, like I said, this is not a gaming laptop. It's not really made for gaming. But I wanted to do some testing on it and see how well it performed in a couple other aspects of it. One of the things I did, a couple of things that I did, is I tried Windows 11. Windows 11, not going to load in here. It's not compatible with Windows 11, so can't upgrade it to Windows 11. Next thing I tried was Linux. Xubuntu, which worked just fine, except for the Wi-Fi. I had to do a little bit of manipulating there with the Wi-Fi to get the Wi-Fi to work, but the touchscreen worked just fine. Then we had, so after I wiped out the eMMC drive, like I said, I put the 2242 drive in there and I reinstalled Windows 10. I ran into an issue with this, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit and how that got resolved. The issue I had was with the touchscreen. It wasn't working properly, and I looked online for all different kinds of drivers for it, and we'll show you here real quick because I actually did a screen cap here. First of all, right here, there's 2 of them that it did not find drivers for after the install. PCI Data Acquisition and Signal Processing Controller. What that is your Intel management interface. I was able to get that working just fine. I had to download that and actually manually install that. And after I did that, it worked fine. Right here under unknown device, what that is right here, here's the hardware ID for it, ACPI, GDIX, whatever. I can't remember the brand of that. Anyways, so I hunted that down. And I tried different drivers that were I tried some Lenovo ones, some from HP, whatever. I got the drivers to install, but the touchpad was not working right. So what I had to do was actually get a hold of iProda, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But I got the drivers from them to get this to working, and it is working fine now. That was pretty much the only obstacle I had, and I had told them that, if you're going to offer this, and of course they have it advertised on their website and on Amazon, of course. I said, you should really link to those drivers in case other people want to do like I did and ditch that eMMC in favor of a SATA drive, because the performance on them is so much better. Just to show you that, we'll show you what the readings were with the eMMC drive, and this is what I got originally. On the eMMC is 283 on the read, 149 on the write. Now this is the stock drive that comes with it. Now after I put that SATA drive in there, here's what I got was 512 on the read, 491 on the write, which is a lot better. A lot better. So yeah. And then the next thing I wanted to check was, well, how warm does this thing get? This has got a Celeron N4100. I think that's a 10-watt CPU. Anyways, I ran Cinebench on this, and here's the readings I got on Cinebench. First of all, we'll look at the Cinnamon score, which is pretty pathetic. I wasn't expecting much out of the N4100. A 902 on the multi-core, a 353 on the single core. But more important is the temperatures right here. Now, my temperatures on HW monitor showed 87 degrees Celsius, and that is the top temperature it reached when all the cores were going and I had it all stressing out there. So I actually thought that was pretty decent because I've used like the J4125s, the N4100s, quite a few of these, and done some benchmarks on them. Same thing, and typically what I would find with those is that they would run anywhere from 90 to 92 degrees on up. I've even see it go past 100 Celsius on the temperatures when I was stress testing. So this one was actually pretty impressive for the temperatures that it maintained, considering it is fanless. So yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. GPU temps, they reached a max of 65C. That also wasn't too bad at all, considering what this laptop is. So overall, let's see right here, HW monitor, I think this was my final in this image. Yeah, that was just another shot I took somewhere else. But no, the Cinebench one would actually represent the highest that I got on this. So that's actually not too bad for this laptop. Now, another thing that impressed me, and hopefully we can do this even though we have both monitors hooked up. Let's swing on over here to YouTube. And we're just going to load up a 4K video. We'll go 4K demo. We'll pop something up on the screen here, see what we find. Grand Canyon 4K. Okay. Sony 4K demo. All right, we'll switch this setting here. It is set to 4K. Let's turn on stats for nerds here. Now, I was kind of impressed with this because... Is it playing? Yeah, it is. Check out those frame drops there. This is, as you can see, it's running 4K, but yeah, I'm getting no frame drops, and I'm like, what, really? So this actually does 4K really, really good. Here, let's fast forward here in this video a little bit here, so it's a little bit, so we can see some better scenes. But yeah, I had no frame drops, and that just, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. This thing is just doing so well in 4K, considering that it's, an N4100. It's only got 4 gigs of RAM. Kind of amazed me, really. Pretty impressive. So that's that. Let's go over. Let me take this here. We'll stop this. Let's stop this scene here. Oh, it looks like my capture card's kind of glitching a bit there. Let's stop this scene here and talk about a couple other things real quick. Let me switch my KVM to stop, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I gotta apologize real fast here for that last scene when you seen it kind of go black a couple times. Now, that was not the laptop doing that. That was actually my capture card. I have a new one that I'm testing out, actually. And guess what? It's not going to get a very good rating. So we've seen it for ourselves there, how that thing's working for me, seeing the blacking and what have you. I don't need that crap, but that's for a different review that I'm doing. Anyways, so let's take a look at this here. This laptop goes for $329 normally. Right in line with, I don't know, the HP, I don't know. My brain's dead today, sorry. Anyways, it's a 2-in-1, so you can actually fold it backwards. And, of course, like I said, it does have a touchscreen on there, so that's pretty nice. A couple things about the advertisement for this that I noticed. I don't think I'm going to deduct a star from it when I do my review on it, but I noticed, let me find it here. Right here, under memory specifications. This here says max memory size, dependent on memory type, 8 gigabytes. memory type DDR4 up to 2400 MT. Now that, had me thinking like, cool, I could add more memory to this and I can, bump it up to like 8 gigs and put some a little faster in there, because you've noticed when I showed the specs there, it actually has 4 gigs of 2133 memory. So I opened it up, and no, you cannot upgrade the memory in it. So what this is actually probably one of the models that they offer. Kind of some false advertisement there. I didn't really like that. And then this right here, graphics video max memory, 8 gigabytes. Now, how is that going to work when you got, 8 gigabytes that's actually going to be shared with the graphics? So, yeah, I think they need to adjust their description here a little bit on Amazon. Let's go up here, go to another picture. Let me find it. I can show you the back of this. No, they don't have one right there. I think it's down here. Won't be able to see it too well, but yeah, right here is where the 2242 would go. It's just one screw. You unscrew that, you lift up the door, pop your 2242 in. Like I said, I did have to go through a little bit of back and forth with the tech support so I could get the touch drivers for this, and I sent that out on the 24th. And here's what I said: I reinstalled Windows 10, but I'm unable to get the touchscreen. Could you send me the drivers? Now I sent this to we'll go to iProda.com here so you can see this under contact us. Now they had stupid thing. Is it going to load for me? There we go. Contact us. Now there's like, 5 people here listed. And then this guy down here. I emailed every one of these guys. Every one of them, because I wasn't sure who would be, for technical support. Who answered? We got Jocelyn, Andy, Eric, Amanda, Owen, and whatever that guy's name is. Who answered me? Well, it was Amanda. So let's go back here. Oh, Amanda Wang. So this is our gal here that answered me. Oh no, it wasn't Amanda. It was. I know they wrote back to me here. Monica. Is Monica on there? Nope, I don't see her on there. So that the emails I sent evidently must have gotten forwarded to them. Now what they did is they sent me a link to the laptop's file to restore Windows 10 on it. This actually goes to Badu, and let me click this link here and show you what they sent me. They sent me to this, which is actually, we'll go back here. It was actually in Chinese, just like this, and luckily, I got the English translator on there, which showed me, where to go. And then you go to click this to download that, and you're going to enter your verification code. I can't read that. What is that? 44SX. And click sure. And so it says starting the disk network client. Of course you don't have one, and then pretty soon a prompt will come up and tell you to register. Well, I thought, okay, register. So I clicked the register button, and of course what you get is this. It's all in Chinese. Of course I translated it. Now it asks you for a phone number, and let me put a phone number in here. We'll just go 2457824. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-digit phone, and it says incorrect phone number format. So I also tried, +1, can't do it. Tried 1, incorrect. You just could not register on the link that they give me to download the damn thing in the first place, right? So I emailed them back and said, yeah, I cannot figure download out. It's in Chinese. I use Google Translate, blah, blah, blah. Could you send me to an English site? So they did finally get back to me, and What'd they send me? This one? Yeah. She sent me something else, which was just the driver files that I had to download, and I downloaded those, and I actually have them saved onto the little mini right now. But those ones actually work. So, and that was actually this morning here. Real early this morning that I actually finally got those. So it took me about 3 days to get the drivers. Um, like I had told them here, I'm doing it for my YouTube channel, and then also I'm an Amazon Vine reviewer. And I said, it'd be beneficial if these drivers are available for other people. And I really hope iProda will take what I'm saying to heart, because a lot of these Chinese companies are like that. They don't really have much in the way of people that speak English. They usually use translators themselves when they're communicating. I think customer service is kind of the number one thing when it comes to buying these Chinese things. If they can't back up their customer service, then why buy their product? But I can say though, they did make the effort to get back to me, try to help me. They kind of gotta coordinate there a little bit better with the way they're distributing the drivers and the disk images and what have you. If you haven't really been doing it that long, it takes a little time to get that all straightened out. So I'm not going to really hold that against them. I do appreciate that they were able to get the correct drivers that I needed for the touchscreen. And so, yeah, they got that working for me just fine. This performance on this laptop, it's going to be about what you would expect for an N4100 type machine. Like I said, you're not going to be able to game on it, but it is pretty capable, considering its size and considering what's inside. But I would recommend, if you went with something like this, that you definitely ditch that eMMC drive, that little 64 gig eMMC, and go with a SATA SSD in here instead. The performance difference is so much better. And also, like I said, I would definitely go with like an adapter for that. And it was only $13.99 that I paid for this one. And this basically added the functionality that I needed. Like I said, it's micro USB. So you can actually keep charging your laptop up. Let me switch back to that. You can charge your laptop up. You can see it's charging right now. I got my network right there, and of course I'm using my KVM. I'm not using the keyboard and mouse on this one, or touchpad, excuse me. Now, of course, this does have Bluetooth as well. I guess you can't see it because my head's in the way. That, and I'm not on that screen. It does have Bluetooth on there, and so you can, of course, put a Bluetooth mouse on this as well. Bring me back down there. To run it with a Bluetooth mouse, if you're like me and you don't like those touchpads. Do I recommend this laptop? Given that it's got the touch screen on there and that it does fold backward and kind of turn into a tablet if you want, sure, why not? If you want something on the go, it's got an 11-inch screen on here, so it's nice and portable, something you can carry in a backpack or, even your purse or something. Not bad. The performance isn't too bad. It's acceptable. Like I said, it does 4K really, really well, which really surprised me. And, as long as you get the correct adapters for it, it'd be a nice little thing to take on the go with you to like a motel or whatever if you're going to watch your movies and what have you, or maybe do a little bit of gaming on this. Let me turn this off. Like I said, I got to get a different capture card. That thing sucks. So, yeah, I guess that's about all I wanted to say and cover on this laptop. I'll leave a link to this laptop down in the description there, and I'll also leave a link to this adapter that I use too. And, for shits and giggles, I'll leave you a link to this too, because this is really, really cool. Now, I was almost tempted to do a separate video on this, but this is a DVD player that also has a little hub on the back, which comes in really, really handy. It's nice. I can actually plug that into like that third port here on this powered hub here, like, you know, keyboard, mouse, and then plug the DVD player in there. And there I just added a DVD plus 2 more USB plus some card readers. So you can really expand that. And that's the nice thing about USB. You can really expand that from the micro USB with just this adapter and then, you know, something like this. So yeah, nice. And it's not just this laptop. Most any laptop you can do that on. But that's just kind of a fork topic that we're not going to get into, but something to keep in mind when it comes to this. Now, the outer shell on this, let me go back here to this, and we'll take a look at this outer shell, and then we'll finish up this video. The outer shell on this is actually metal, which is nice. It is nice and solid. There is no flex to it at all. Like when you open up this right here, nice and firm. I like that. Not flimsy at all. But the only thing that I didn't like is it picks up fingerprints so easy. I've had to wipe this down I don't know how many times. So I've actually got some like generic vinyl skins coming for this. So I'm actually going to skin this up here on the top there just because of those fingerprints that show up so easy on here and that are hard to get rid of. Right here too, I'm going to skin that. I haven't taken that off yet, but I might skin around up there too. I haven't made up my mind yet. Your webcam's right here. The webcam really sucks on this. But then, you know, that's almost every laptop. Even like the high-end laptops, the webcams suck on them. But yeah, all in all, it's not a bad little unit. You know, like I said, it's a tiny little thing and something that's nice and portable. If you know, if that's what you're looking for. I mean, all right, here, look at this on the back here. I don't know if this will show up in the camera. You can see like the fingerprints on this one too. I don't know if you can see them or not from the camera's angle, but yeah, they're there, and it's just really, really hard to get off. But yeah, I'm gonna make it look better later on. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the iProda Yoga M1169YM laptop. We'll get to that PC build next. I know that's what I said in my last video, but we're going to do it soon here. Like I said, I was waiting on some memory modules to get here, and it's getting they're running kind of slow. So, but as soon as those get here, I'll finish up the filming on that PC one, and I'll put that one out. I've actually got a lot of the filming done on that already. I'm just waiting for that memory. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you in the next video, and have a good day.